Good morning. It's currently 5:30 in the morning. We are headed to the top of the third tallest peak in all of Madeira to do a sunrise hike to the tallest, the toughest hike in all of the island. We're going to be going up a kilometer of elevation, 6-hour hike. Let's go. Bavada is very loud today. Some civil twilight. That's nice. Getting real pretty. Absolutely stunning sunrise. I've never quite seen a sunrise like that above the clouds and melting the clouds away. It was really difficult to choose what to look at. You'd think, what, the clouds and the mountains? With the viewfinder? So I think this was a good case of me trying to do everything, and therefore, not doing anything that well in terms of jack of all trades type thing. I was so focused on trying to get the best thing that even though I'd already set up a shot, I found a nicer one. So moved the time lapse, which was a bit overexposed, to a better location right as the sun was coming up, so I missed the break. But that's okay. I still really enjoyed being here with my eyes. I mean, that's the end of the day. It's a learning thing. I'll make sure not to make that mistake again. And Heather helps me get some really, really nice shots I'm really happy with. And it's just a lovely place to be, and I'm so thankful I woke up this early to see this. I really highly recommend it. Even if you're not gonna do the hike, you gotta see this in the morning. It's actually right next to the parking lot, so don't worry about the hike. However, it's now time to do the most difficult hike in all Madeira, the PR1 to the tallest peak. What a view. It begins.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Oh my God. That is quite a drop, Heather. Oh boy. Explain the situation, Heather.
This is a cave. We're up high, and there is a cave.
She's the vlogger. I'm merely a passenger. Another cave. Cave after cave. Here's where it's getting a bit more difficult. This is nice. Just stretching out the arms there, didn't I?
Oh my God.
Oh boy. We just saw the peak. We've got so far to go. However, I've just got like a fourth wind. I skipped the first two. We've got to go all the way over there and then up. Tippy top. One Kayla. Getting to the really beautiful dying trees here. Beautiful section. A lot of breath. We are finally at the final couple steps here. The view, incredible. Scheisse indeed. Holy scheisse. Tallest peak in all of Madeira. We did it, Head.
It's a wonderful view.
All right, Heather, so we have to go 7 kilometers back down and up, but how would you rate this hike?
Very difficult, quite scary in places, but amazingly beautiful. So I'd definitely give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Rate it compared to the Lavada walk we did.
Oh, it's an entirely different thing. The
Yeah.
Spider Walk is just so different and so much like more lush greenery and like water features. I definitely wouldn't give that one quite as high a rating because I really value the intensity of it.
Yeah.
I love how much it was a struggle going up some of those places, but yeah.
Big agree. I love this because of how incredibly difficult it was. That really made it. The other one was just super enjoyable and beautiful, and sunrise meant no one was there, so I do recommend doing that one at sunrise, specifically because no one's there. This one, though, arduous. So it's a bit crazy. We're all the way up here on the tallest mountain, and we started all the way there. That is unbelievable. Wow. We ate our sandwiches, feeling a little refreshed, took some nice photos, flew the drone a bit. Time to hike 7K back over that way. You ready?
Stay ready.
Yes. That used to be the trail over there. Creepy. Almost there. Oh boy. Look at that. There's the end. Oh God. That's nice. Nearly a full kilometer. It's 969 meters we climbed today. 14.3 kilometers hiking. Oh, my whole body is killing me. Feel good?
Ask me tomorrow. I feel good about it tomorrow.
It was a good hike.
Right now I'm tired.
It was a good hike.
It was a good hike.
I liked it. We need to get some gas, some petrol, and some human gas. Yummy. Let's get some food. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, it's 4 p.m. Keep aperitif? Oh. Sorry, lift that up.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
So we just went to, there seems to be loads of these like snack bars around that look really authentic. I didn't want to go to like a standard touristy restaurant. So we found this one, which is called Franguito. We got lots of really nice food. Chicken. Also, we're really excited. We've got Milo Frito, which we just thought looked interesting. Turns out it's fried cornmeal, which I'm going to love.
Crunch on that.
Milo Frito.
It's amazing.
Nice. Rather than just drive straight home, Heather and I decided to just drive around the mountain to see if we could find a nice part of sunset that we could see that isn't stereotypical. And wow, took some nice photos. Really amazing Friday. My legs are still killing me. I'm excited to take a nice cold shower after I'm finished watching this beautiful sunset. Also, the roads are so steep. Every road looks like you're kind of just going to drive off into the ocean because you kind of are. So I've taken some nice photos here. Other than that, I'm going to sleep tomorrow. I think we're going to maybe do some extra hikes and then Funchal for the final days. Well, good morning. Today we have started our day driving all the way out to Fanal Forest to see if we can get some nice foggy, mystical trees like we had for 1 minute the other day. Sadly, the weather's amazing. No fog. It can roll in and out, but rather than waiting here, we're going to drive 20 minutes to the nearby town of Porto Moniz and see the volcanic pools. Maybe there's something interesting over there. Plus, we'd love to see that little town. We've not gone there yet. And maybe if the weather changes a bit, we can come back here. We're 0 for 2, but I got a little bit, so maybe 0.5 for 2. But off to Porto Moniz. Oh, I thought there were big piles of poop. This is the one tree in the pond. So when you first visit Snow Area, it's that lovely little it's very basic acoustic piano with some extra notes. And then the ship is crashing.
Yep.
And so you have to escape. Heather and I have now made it to Porto Moniz, a very quiet little town in the north shore of Madeira in the northwest. We've arrived and it's really quiet. There's not many people here. It seems like a place that has a really nice destination, like everyone comes here specifically because they've got some really nice volcanically heated pools that are from the sea. It's a lot of words. Basically, I think we're going to try out the seawater pools they've got here. It looks really peaceful and calm. They're shutting it down after 1 p.m. because supposedly the tide's going to be so severe they don't want people to get splish-splashed in the face, even though I kind of want that. So we just stopped by a local place for a coffee. Then I think we're just going to take a little dip. Also today, yet again, another day in which my Spanish came in handy. They were trying to let us order, and then I was like, well, I understand Spanish. And she was like, oh, we understand way more Spanish. Most tourists from England don't understand it. And I went, hell yeah. Not Portuguese, but it's getting me by.
Bom provecho, bom apetite.
Obrigado. This is a prego. It's like a steak and egg sandwich.
Why are the crisps moist?
Because we're by the sea. All right, we've made it to these saltwater pools. The water around us in the sea is absolutely going wild. These waves are so massive, so very, very excited to go and take a dip. is significantly colder than I expected in the water, but just came back from doing my ice lake swim in Finland, so I'm sure I'll be fine. All right, Heather, how would you rate that?
Freezing cold.
It's freezing.
Not erasing, but yeah, absolutely frozen.
Really exhilarating because as you're swimming, giant waves just basically explode over the wall, and it's like whoop, and it's like you're in a closed pool, and yet it's not closed because you're getting hit with waves. It's very satisfying. Maybe it's more fun to do in the summer, but I think it was €3 to come in. Very, very cheap, well worth the price. And now we're going to head to a place called the Sky Bridge.
Don't forget to mention the fact that you saw it is heated.
Oh, I did say this was a heated volcanic pool, and it is almost as cold as my Finnish experience. So, nice. Well, Heather and I have just spent a good 2 hours at the Finale Forest. Sadly, another day, no fog. We at least got a little glimpse last time, but I think that's about it for this one. I'll just have to come back to Madeira at some point. We're now going to go to the Skywalk, where you can see down. Nice. It's been a long day. We've now gotten to the cliff, which a lovely Canadian who's just moved to Madeira told us at the pool now costs money, but it was always free, and people are a bit up in arms. It costs us €2 to access. A little frustrating. Each. Used to be free, but they also charge for all the bathrooms. Very strange. But look at this. Big, beautiful tree. Don't touch the trees. Now, Heather is slightly afraid of heights, like ever so slightly. Not necessarily like hardcore, but you good? Yeah?
Yep.
That's fine. Oh, that is a high cliff, I have to say. You're really having a scary time, aren't you? Is it worth €2? Yeah, I guess. There's a lot of really nice views in Madeira. I don't know if you need to come up here for €2, but it's cool to stand and look down.
Yeah.
Couldn't get any good photos, but
Never done a glass walkway before.
yeah, if you've never done a skywalk, come on down. It's cool. Look. Ooh. You want it?
What have you found?
You know.
A rocket.
Oh yeah, rocket. That's what this is. Oh. All right, so you put 2 at a time. Do you know that song?
I don't know.
It's the song they play at exactly 6:39 p.m. Thanks, God. Heather and I have just watched the sun sink behind not quite the horizon. There's like a little patch, and there it goes. It's disappeared. I'm wondering if that's a cloud, but according to the Google, it says that the sunset hasn't happened yet. Oh my God, I'm being eaten alive. That's it. We're going to a restaurant. So while Heather and I were at the volcanic pools, we met a lovely Canadian guy who lives here now, and he recommended this place in the area we're currently in, which I believe is Camara de los Lobos. Now this ended up being the #1 best ranked restaurant in this area, and arguably this is the area that invented the very famous Madeiran drink, the poncha. So we are now going to try poncha for the first time. It's essentially made out of like honey and 2 ingredients. What is it? It's honey and rum. Slancha. Oh my God, that's lovely. I love how every place I go has this individual drink that they've made that you can't really get anywhere else. A review of the dessert.
Amazing. Oh my God, literally amazing. Both of them are really good, although this is obviously my favorite.
It's an experience. So on our way back to our place in Ribeira Brava, we saw so many cars all over the road. Portuguese people, especially in Madeira, really love parking all over the roads. It's honestly wild, like in places you wouldn't assume. And it got to the point where just trying to like drive back on our roads home, we were like touching mirrors to other cars trying to pass us as well, because there were just people all over the place. We're trying to figure out what is going on. It turns out it is the anniversary of this town, Ribeira Brava, their parish. It's like their 561st anniversary or something, which is pretty cool. So they got in a very famous Portuguese musical artist who's performing, and we can hear him. He's blown up. Supposedly he's like the national treasure of Portugal. Everyone loves him. What's his name? Quimbarreiros? That's cool. And tomorrow they're also having another performer. His name's Miguel Mauro, or I believe. So they're just performing right outside our house, which is quite nice. We'd go down, but it's so packed. I don't think we'd be able to get back up rather than walking, which, listen, I went on a big hike yesterday. So we're going to listen to the lovely Portuguese traditional folklore style music from our lovely flight. Also, the food was amazing. It was the best meal. The best meal? It was the best meal of the trip so far. 10 out of 10. The garlic butter dripped meat skewer was freaking out of this world. Obviously, the Milo Frito, also phenomenal. The chicken, great. We also got, oh my God, the garlic bread with the traditional Portuguese bread was just delicious. It was an experience. You have to go. You got it. It's been a really nice day. Even though we didn't get to see any fog in the Fennel Forests, had a lovely time. Great meals, great time. Tomorrow's our last full day in Madeira. Sad times, but we're going to spend all of it probably in Funchal doing some stuff. We'll see what we do. I want to take Heather down the fun slopes where they push you in a little couch, little standard stuff like that. Maybe take her to church. She's a sinner. And some other fun stuff. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.